In this video, prepare to be thrust into the heart of Ethiopia with the enigmatic Hamar tribe.
It's not everybody in the village joined together doing this. It's a select few people who get to have a taste.
But first, let's back up. After a day of dining with the Dorze tribe,
Oh, nothing better with blood than minced intestine.
I'm prepared to go even deeper into the Omo Valley.
This place is wild. I feel like I've just stepped into another planet.
Today's 20,000 strong Hamar community carries on the traditions of their ancestors, traditions that go back centuries.
What is the purpose of putting the clay in your hair?
From the earth minerals they use to braid their hair, to local health remedies you won't find at any Walgreens.
This young girl is about to stick her face inside of the stomach.
Today, I'm on a mission to survive a day with the Hamar tribe.
How long does it take to walk here?
I want to see how they live,
How many wives do you have?
but even more,
Oh, wow.
how they eat.
I know, it just looks like it cooked halfway. That's all.
It all starts with the Hamar's typical daily breakfast.
Good morning. How do you say it? Nagaya wada.
This morning, I'm sharing a meal with the village chief, Gayto,
Oh, can I shake your hand?
his wife Girma, and our Hamar guide, Oita.
Oita, how far away from here did you grow up?
9 kilometers.
Oita is a Hamar villager turned tour guide. Today, he'll help me get more insight
What is the correct way to eat this?
into what it means to live in the Hamar tribe.
I can show you.
Please.
Or maybe he shows.
Okay.
Every morning, people here cook up a humble but hearty meal consisting of two components, fresh cow milk and balesha. Balesha is a type of bread made of wheat flour, turned into a dough, then cooked into bread on a hot clay flat top with plenty of glistening cooking oil.
So he's putting milk inside the calabash. He's got some of this wheat bread, and then he washes it down with some milk, and then we all share. Fantastic. Nice bread. Just a dense flat bread like a pancake. It's a little bit smoky from the calabash. It's the first time I've had smoked milk.
Yeah.
So this is the way they eat breakfast?
Yes.
When you milk the cow, how long does the milk stay good for?
You drink.
Just drink, okay. What do you think of breakfast today?
Yes, good.
All right, probably same as every day.
In the southwestern expanse of Ethiopia, you'll find over 50,000 members of the Hamar tribe. They work as pastoralists, relying on herding as their primary source of livelihood. Their precious pastures are built in the center of their homes in order to more easily protect their livestock from predators. Their clothes are made of leather. Their diet consists mainly of meat, and they have their own language.
What do you think sets the Hamar apart from other tribes in Ethiopia?
We have a different ritual for bull jumping, for getting for wife.
To see if I have this correct, you have to jump over a bull,
Over a bull.
in order to get a wife.
Yes.
That's pretty different.
The bull jumping ceremony is the bridge to becoming a man. Young men confront their fears head on as they jump over a row of angry, testosterone-filled bulls.
How many wives do you have?
I have one wife.
For you, is it really important to women here that a man can jump over several bulls?
They don't care.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have enemy, by the way. So he killed someone from the other tribe. She's proud of him.
Has he killed people?
No.
So it turns out, for the men, it's very important to jump over the bulls.
Bull, yeah.
For the women, they don't care that much. But it would be nice if you've killed somebody.
Yeah.
Well, today we're going to be killing something. It's not a person, but it is a goat.
Soon, I'll join the tribe as they slaughter a goat and transform it into some bizarre dishes. Dishes I've never seen before.
You know, just with the number of things I've eaten around the world, you think it just wouldn't be an issue anymore. Cheers.
To begin, the sacrifice of one goat.
This is a really special day because I'm told you're not able to eat goat every day or very often at all. How often do people here eat meat or eat their own cattle?
It's a little rare. Every day we drink milk, but the meat, my wife is born and then she have money blood out here. So that time we kill. Sometimes goat die, we will eat that one.
Right, I would be so bad at being a villager. Every other day I would accidentally kill a goat. In just a moment, the goat behind me is going to be slaughtered. Immediately after the slaughter, they collect the blood and the blood is drank raw.
A swift stab to the heart. This is how the Hamar people ensure a rapid and efficient end for the animal. The blood finds its home in a calabash. As soon as the draining is complete, the raw goat blood is shared among the villagers.
Just like the milk, everybody shares, everybody takes a turn. Can I tell you something? I ate a hearty breakfast and I'm glad I did, because I recommend never to drink warm, raw goat's blood on an empty stomach. You never get used to this. You know, with that smoky calabash, it adds another layer of flavor to the flavor profile. I mean, I hate the profile. It's just like very metallic, irony. I guess the most disconcerting part is that it's still warm from the goat's body. Oh yeah, it seems so satisfying. It's like chicken noodle soup.
When you're out here, every precious calorie matters.
What even is this?
And blood is a valuable source of nutrients, including vitamins and minerals.
Sorry, blood burp.
In the past, this was a very common addition to their diet. But these days, due to economics, slaughters are happening less and less.
My body still feels like this is pretty unusual. For them, this is a treat. This is something that comes around maybe 2 or 3 months. You can see it's not everybody in the village joined together doing this. It's a select few people who get to have a taste.
After a few rounds of sip pass, the remaining blood is set aside for an upcoming dish. Now, we're finally allowed to begin the next step. The skin is carefully removed. Later, it'll be transformed into clothing or leather products to sell. Now, they're doing something I've never seen before. As they sever the animal's bowels, they remove the goat's stomach with its contents still intact. This is presented to a younger sister.
This young girl is about to stick her face inside of the stomach and take a deep breath. I was told moments ago this girl was feeling sick. She has a stomach ache, she has a headache, and they said the remedy, the cure, is to take the stomach, cut it open, and immediately have her breathe the contents of the stomach, and that is what just happened. After that, she took off.
With the aromatherapy complete, the goat's organs are now collected. Liver, kidneys, tripe. These will not be saved for later, as folks here prefer to eat the organs raw.
The first thing he does is he cuts a piece of the raw stomach and then he eats it. At this point, the name of the game is, oh geez, thanks. Just slice off some random pieces of organs and eat it raw. Oh, it smells really bad. And that stomach is barely clean. I'm sorry, it's still like gastric juices on there. I pretended to eat it. All right, here I go. Oh, you know what? It tastes like granola bars. Just kidding, it doesn't. Liver is much more soft, stomach is very chewy, and absolutely still full of stomach acid. But no salt and no lime to chase it. Oof, da. Wow. Right now they're cutting the kidney. Kidney always has that mineral type flavor to it, like mineral water. No, it's nothing like that.
With our appetizer complete, the butchering continues. Each part of the goat is reserved for a different dish. Portions will be used for soup and some for barbecue. Almost nothing will go to waste except for the bile sac, which is fine with me because I don't like it either.
Yeah, looks like that's trash.
With the goat fully broken down, it's time to cook. Big chunks of meat are skewered and staked into the ground nearby where a fire will soon be built. Among our soon-to-be roasted proteins, the goat head and another highly prized body part. Across the village, the women break down sections of meat into even smaller pieces, preparing for a soup that will include a hint of blood. While cooking is underway, I'm following Miss Girma to a local Hamar market to buy some essential ingredients. Ingredients that can't be found around the village. On special designated days, the surrounding Hamar tribes and people make their way to this market. Some drive, some ride, and others, like Girma, must travel the old-fashioned way, walking several hours until she finally reaches her destination.
Welcome to DAMEKA Market. This is a market that comes about twice a week. Every Tuesday and Saturday, people from around the area, all from the Hamar tribe, bring their wares here.
Every product here is tailored to local tastes and needs. Of course, you'll find vegetables, dried goods, plenty of livestock, both big and small. There's honey and clay pots or pans used for cooking. Some ingredients you wouldn't even recognize. Like these, not coffee beans, but coffee shells. I'll find out what they're used for soon.
So this is a traditional Hamar chair. Not bad. It's like a saddle, it's kind of comfortable. I think if I move the wrong way, it'll go inside of me.
When people gather, especially after a long walk, they can find respite in the shade, noshing on simple local foods and blowing off steam with some local booze.
I noticed that not a ton of eating, but a lot of drinking happening here. Is it kind of like a party when people come here?
Most of the time, the people, they want to enjoy this alcohol. They use for relaxing.
I've used it for that reason once before. It was very effective.
Welcome to the Hamar pub. On the menu, beer, but this is no lager. This is sorghum beer.
How many people have put their lips on here?
In our culture, we don't use at one, like we can share.
So a lot. Cheers.
Our market expert, Oida's friend, Mr. Chuna.
Ooh, sour. You want some?
It's okay?
It's thick, sour, it tastes a little muddy, very earthy.
After shopping, Girma routinely comes here for a little bit of me time.
There you go. Good? That's the first time I've seen her smile all day. And she's doing it behind the bucket. The camera cannot see, but we found what makes her happy. How many buckets do you need to drink in order to get drunk?
Maybe 2, 3.
2 or 3 buckets? You're gonna triple your body weight. When you come to this market, how long does it take to walk here?
They spend the night in the way and they reach in the morning.
My gosh, I mean, it took about 40 minutes by car, but that's pretty intense.
On occasion, Girma will sell a goat at this market, then use that money to buy necessities like honey, butter, corn, salt, or coffee shells.
What do you do with the coffee shells?
They use like a coffee
For energy.
Just for energy.
to care of hungry. They use the coffee most of the time.
So they use it like a stimulant. It gives them energy, but also reduces their hunger.
As iconic as coffee is in Ethiopia, not everyone can afford it. But boiling the very affordable coffee shells is a cheap way to experience a quick caffeine high. Soon, I'll try this shell coffee for myself. But first, snacks.
This looks like it's been boiled. Is it just boiled corn?
Yes.
It's about what you would think. It's just salty, very large kernel, rubbery corn. I would say this is like the drinking food of this area.
It's delicious, yeah?
It's corn. You can't go wrong with corn.
As a digestif,
Ooh, it smells very sour.
a sip of wine made from honey.
Maybe I come every Saturday here.
Yeah, it seems like a party, man. It's sweet, it's smooth. You can taste that it's fermented, of course, kind of sour, but it has a nice taste. Occasionally, can she put the bucket down so we can see her face? It's good? Cool, what do you got there?
It's tobacco.
Tobacco. This lady, she has a tobacco necklace. She's putting some tobacco in her hand. She sniffed the tobacco, and that's going to give her a little bit of a buzz.
She meet with a friend.
Oh, it's her friend.
Yeah, they know each other.
I mean, why not? She's drinking, she's smoking through her nose, and then now she's hanging out with her friends. It's a party. Where am I? I just feel like I'm on another planet. I love it. Good stuff?
With our market mission complete, we're heading back to the village to finish up cooking for today's big feast. While those big chunks of barbecue are still grilling, another dish is taking form. This dish is made with the meat scraps not big enough to barbecue, but it also includes every other piece they could find. The organs, the mouth, the tail, even the blood, which they pour into intestines before sewing it shut. Put all the ingredients inside a cooking vessel filled with water and let it simmer for a couple hours. While that cooks, I've spotted 2 Hamar women taking part in a beauty custom completely foreign to me.
How's your hair appointment going?
Good.
How often are you having to kind of redo or refresh your hair?
If I have butter, I do every 2 weeks.
You absolutely need butter and red clay, right?
Yeah.
Can I ask something? Do you own a mirror?
I don't have.
How do you know if your hair looks the way you want it to look?
My friend is telling me, you have a good hair.
Why is it that some women in the village have the kind of clay-treated hair as you do and some don't?
Before marriage, she do whatever she wants. After marriage, you clay.
Oh, so all the women with the clay in their hair, the reason is because they're married?
Yes. When she's married, shave is forbidden. So always to put it in the clay.
Jewelry also makes the Hamar people stand out. It can be made from clay, beads, or even metal. The more ornate, the more the jewelry suggests you're a person of wealth and status.
What is the purpose of the necklace that you're wearing?
First wife, she have that on her neck.
The first wife?
Yeah.
Does your husband have more than one wife?
Yes.
Is it better to be the first wife or the second wife?
The first wife.
Okay. How did your husband sell you on the idea of a second wife? I also have a first wife.
Yes.
My only wife.
You need a second wife.
I don't need, but...
But
Oh. All right, I think my wife heard that. Thank you for the interview. I gotta get going.
After a long, well-done roast, the meat is fully grilled. Soon, this will be shared among the villagers. But there are 2 special parts that won't make it to the final meal: the goat's testicles and the goat's head.
This is gonna be our first taste of the goat, but that's actually been cooked. The head and the testicles skewered by the fire. But before we get to that, we have this right here. This is the coffee.
This one-of-a-kind coffee is made by boiling coffee shells with water. The Hamar drink it in the morning to fuel up before work begins.
God, it almost doesn't taste like coffee at all. It's probably what you would expect. It does taste like they've been boiling shells and not beans. There's no coffee aroma. It's not a bad taste, but it tastes almost more like a tea, like it has a wooden flavor. And do you think this gives them energy?
yeah.
Really? Wow. Next to that, we have these. Oh, is this the scrotum?
Yeah, cover of the testicle.
The scrotum.
And then this main part of testicle
Yeah.
is a female eat.
Only the women?
Yes.
Why is that?
So we are man, so we don't eat it.
We don't need it. We already have testicles. So he's carefully peeling the inner layer of the scrotum. The remaining product is right here. It's a big, beautiful nut case. Cheers. Not bad. Very fatty, bit smoky, difficult to chew through. You like it?
I like it.
Yeah, nice work, bro. So he's cutting off a piece of the brain right here, and he's gonna go for it. Yeah, please. Ooh, that was a big piece. Yikes. Oh, yeah. Enjoy it. Oh, I heard this is how you avoid dementia.
Eat.
Oh, wow.
Put.
I know, it just looks like it cooked halfway. That's all. I'm taking half a bite. This is a big old clump of brains. Yeah, it's creamy, buttery. It tastes like liver a little bit. Yeah, it's good stuff. You want mine? I want to be selfish. Yeah. He loves it. Hey, gentlemen, thank you so much. That was, I mean, as far as sacks and brains go, top notch.
To finish it off, the goat soup needs another ingredient to be complete. A dough is made out of wheat flour, formed into oblong shapes, and tossed inside the soup pot to cook for a few minutes. Once finished, the food is divided into separate containers: the meat, the dough, and the soup. Time to eat.
This meal looks amazing. A one-of-a-kind opportunity, a one-of-a-kind meal. It looks great.
Cut the your pie dani.
Wow, you translate so quickly. So how do we eat it?
The chief's family joins us for this final meal, including Girma and their son and daughter.
We eat meat with bread and then we drink soup.
He just pulled off a chunk of lung, takes a bite, eats a little bit of the dumpling. Very nice. Oh, he's gonna put the dumpling back. Ah, bold move. Right here we have the lung. Now they've really shrunk down quite a bit. Either that or this goat was a smoker. Ooh, wow. And I'm gonna rip that in half because it's a bit big. Not bad. I gotta say, the lungs are pretty good. A little bit of dumpling.
Yeah.
Sticky, dense, doughy.
As countries like Ethiopia develop, and as the battle for grazing lands becomes more fierce, government programs have been put into place to ensure tribes like these have enough food to survive. Most commonly, they're delivered bags of grain flour, like that which we had for breakfast.
I'm curious, how long has the government been helping by giving them flour?
It's a very long time, but I don't know how old.
When you were young, did you also pair it with bread or some kind of a dumpling like this?
No, when we was young, we moved with animals.
Were the Hamar people nomadic in the past?
Yes, they eat BBQ only and then drink milk. Here, this is a permanent place. We eat this.
So back then, it was just meat and milk.
Yes.
I've got the goat tail. It's been braised. It's so soft, I can just peel the meat right off the tail like that. So it's so tender, it's fatty. The tail is delicious.
Yeah?
Really good. Oh, a little bit of oiliness, a little smoky from the calabash. That's an interesting flavor. Satisfying. So it sounds like for about as long as he can remember, the government has been supporting the people here. My big question is, if you go back 100 years, were people of this tribe doing better 100 years ago, or are they doing better now?
For me, question.
Yes.
100 years ago.
And so how does that happen?
With their past, they get enough rain, they get enough harvesting, like luxury life. But now, more drought. Maybe in a year, 2 or 3 times rain. Always is like drought. Now, animal is dying.
If you could change anything to improve the life of your people here, if you were God, if you were magic, what would you change?
Baleta.
Just leave it how it is. Why is that?
Just begging government, no way out.
They need help. Well, listen, I want to say thank you so much for allowing us to come in, letting us roam around your village and sit down with you and eat with you. This has been an interesting, insightful day. So thank you so much.
If you love Indian food, then you're gonna love our new channel, Best Ever Food India. Subscribe now for weekly videos, showcasing the most unique street food from around the country.
For the audio. Good. But I'm just curious, how does the husband, quiet down, oh no, to a naked child giving another naked child to this lady right here.
She wish her husband is going to kill someone.
How come you never killed anyone?
Yeah, I wish, but I'm not lucky, say.
Well, It's never too late, and we all have to have goals. And then this looks like a calabash with some leather straps. Oh, and a leaky bottom. Uh-oh. When you eat that part of the animal, does it give you any health benefit?
For us, it's the main part. We like it. Chest.
Of the goat or of a woman? You
Goat.
like that? Oh, okay. Do you wish he would have killed somebody by now? Does it bother you that he hasn't killed anybody?
No, I don't want.
That makes more sense to me. I think it's a healthy mindset.
I like it, yeah.
Is it one testicle? It's just one?
Two, but when he's up, they kill it one.
They kill one of the testicles?
Yeah, they do that.
While it's in the goat?
Yeah. It two, they not grow up fast.
I grew up pretty fast. How many testicles do you think I have? Does he think one?
Two, you say.
Wrong. 3.
Inna makan.
Boom! Guys, that is the end of the video. Video number 3 here in Ethiopia, hanging out all day with the Hamar tribe. I hope you enjoyed it. For me, I learned a lot and I saw a new side of Ethiopia and a new side of Africa that I've never seen before. Do you remember when like that little girl put her face into the stomach from the goat for a whole minute? That happened today. What else do I remember? This was an extraordinary day. I got to see so many interesting new sides to this culture and to these people. I hope you enjoyed it too. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. That is it for this one. I will see you next time. Peace. I'm gonna go herd these goats. You wanna get herded? I'm gonna milk this goat. Oh, it's a boy.